up? Welcome to my review of the Nokia Lumia 620. I'll show you the outside. So you can see it's quite a thick phone. It's greater than 1 centimeter. So by today's standards and most other phones, it's quite thick. But it feels really nice in the hand because it's quite light comparatively. And yeah. So as you can see, I have updated to the Lumia Amber update, which brings you the Nokia glance screen, which is a really nice addition. But this is the 3.8-inch screen, so it's the same resolution as the 520 and the 625, but a smaller screen size, so it has a greater PPI. Around the back you have the 5-megapixel camera, an LED flash. Around the side you have the volume up and down, the lock button, and this here is a dedicated camera button which has 2 stages, which means you press it slightly and it focuses, and then you press it fully and it takes a photo. On the top you have your 3.5mm headphone jack and a noise cancelling microphone. I forgot to mention the little speaker here, which is surprisingly loud for its size. And on the bottom you have the microphone and the micro USB port. So around the front you have the front-facing camera. Can't remember exactly how many megapixels, but it's quite small and it's not that great. You have the speaker grill and the proximity sensor right there. As you can see, it turned off the glance screen. Yeah, and then you have the capacitive buttons down here. You have the back, home, and search button. So if we open it up, you can see the screen is really quite nice here. Ooh, you can see it there. So I'm just gonna swipe up, put in my password. Sorry. And there we go. This is the home screen. As you can see, it's Windows Phone 8. Let's go down to settings, and you can see all the live tiles just around there with different sizes. So you can put 3 different sizes. Let's go extras and info. There you go, Lumia Amber. So the update actually gives you the opportunity to use the Nokia Smart Camera, which I'll be showing in a second. Other than that, let's just take a look at this. So you have the phone app, which is built in. It's very basic phone, nice big keys, and it's very easy to use. The call quality is quite good, and it's not very bad at all, so it's pretty normal. You have the messaging app, which is pretty interesting because what it does is it combines all your social networks, Windows Live, everything, and puts it into one. Now this does get both annoying and convenient because you can. It gets sort of annoying when you have Facebook messages coming in all the time on this, but you're checking it on another device or computer. And also sometimes you can lose SMS messages because it gets drowned out by all your Facebook messages, which is quite annoying. Other than that, the pre-installed apps include Microsoft Office in the cloud, if you can see that. Sorry about that. There you go. I haven't used it yet, but it is a pretty good one. I mean, I've seen the samples. And what else is it? So yeah, you can download quite a few apps. Now I know there's the main thing that many people say is there's not very many apps for Windows Phone. That's actually not true because the main apps that you need, they're all there, as you can see there. You have most of the apps, and there's quite a lot of games too. So if I take you guys into games, I deleted many of them because I'll get after that in a second. But yeah, you see, you got Angry Birds, Asphalt 7, and some other games like Temple Run finally got ported to the device. It's actually just exactly the same as normal Temple Run, so you do get many of the games. You don't get some of the really high-end games. Just take to that. Oh yeah, and one thing is everything goes into multitasking, and in order to exit, you actually have to keep tapping the back button, which can get pretty annoying. Yeah, so the contacts are all stored in the people area, which is synced to your Facebook and Twitter and MSN and Google. So, it's a very, very long list. And sometimes the contacts do get repeated. This doesn't have anything like that, but it still runs really smoothly. So as you can see here, the camera, it takes moderately fast photos. It's not too fast, and it was slightly slower than my iPod Touch 5, so it's not bad. If we go on to Nokia Smart Camera, now this is like an amazing camera. Like I really found it amazing that they managed to bring it onto this device. So what it is it gives you the ability to do different things. And I'm just gonna press. See, you just hold it like that, and it's done. So now it took a series of photos, and you can have different effects on the photo. So if I go to the photo, just a second, so it says best shot, and it automatically picks the best one. Action shot, which if you have something moving across the screen, across the camera, it repeats the thing over and over so that you can see like each stage, which is pretty interesting. Motion focus, where everything is blurred except the thing that was moving. Then you have change faces, which is I think we've seen it on some other products too. It's like you can change the faces of individual people, which is pretty good. And then remove moving object, which is, I find, one of the best features. So, and it works quite well. So if I just show you a previous photo I've taken. Wait, how do I do this? Yeah, it's a little bit of a more complicated interface compared to just a second, guys, sorry. A lot of photos to scroll through. Yeah, sorry about that. So you can see here, we took one in school. So if we open that in Smart Camera, I hope this works. Yeah, there we go. So we have the best shot, and then we have action shot, which didn't really work. Motion focus, change face, and remove moving objects. Now I don't think this photo worked that well. Just see this one. But yeah, it does actually work quite well when there's something actually moving. So here you can see the action shot repeating the person moving. Motion focus, you can see it's focused only on him. Change faces didn't really work on that. And remove moving objects. So you can see here that he's just completely gone, even though he was in every single frame of the photos. So yeah, guys, that was Nokia Smart Camera. You can also download several things called lenses, which I'm just going to show you here. So you get several things like Bing Vision, which is like QR codes and stuff like that. Cinematograph, which you probably guys know, you can animate real photos. Blink, it's pretty similar to Smart Camera. You also have Twitter, Panorama, Translator, which is pretty interesting. And yeah, that's about it. You can download many more. Okay, so guys, now I'm just gonna outline my biggest problems and my favorite things about this phone before I get on to the finishing. And the biggest problem I'm gonna start with, because that would be the slight slowness caused by the slow processor. So when you tap something, see, it takes a little bit of time, and when you exit, you know, the animations are a little bit slow, and sometimes when you launch a game and you want to exit the game, it doesn't actually exit very fast at all. So if I just open up Fruit Ninja here, and if I tap back, see, it takes quite a while to respond to that. As you can see, I'm still tapping it, nothing's happening. It's vibrating. Oop, there we go. Yeah, that's a very, very loud speaker. But yeah, so you can see that was one of the problems. The other biggest issue I had was the storage. So you see, there is a micro SD card thing here, which is a pretty interesting mechanism. And the problem with this is, if I can actually get it to open. Okay, never mind, I can't open it, but I've put a 32 GB micro SD card in there, but I still can't store very many apps, because the only thing you can store on the micro SD card is photos and music, and all the apps, everything is stored just on the internal memory, which is very, very low. So you can see the problems that I have. So you can't really install big games because you only have, I think it's 8 GB of onboard memory. So, and that includes storage of maps for offline, what's it called, offline navigation, which is one of my favorite things. If So you go here. So you see, I only have 1.12 gigabytes left on the onboard memory, which is quite a lot, but that's because I deleted many of the apps to prevent it from lagging. So yeah, it's an 8 gigabyte onboard storage. So yeah, that's just the biggest problems I have. And yeah, I think the other one would be like dedicated apps. Like now they do have Facebook apps and stuff, but things like Instagram, it's not really got a special app. It's someone has created it themselves. But yeah, it's pretty interesting. The other one would be Nokia Music. Now I bought this because I was amazed at how they were doing Nokia Music, saying it was available free streaming and stuff. But when I got it, I found out that it's not available in my country, so that was a really big problem. Now I haven't used it in a long time because what I did was when I went to India, I took out my SIM card and I managed to download offline playlists, and now I just can play those. So you can see here I've added them to the home screen, so if I just tap it, it should start playing. So you can see many people around the world, they probably don't have this service enabled in their countries yet, so it's a real pain to buy something for a reason. And so you can see here now I have to refresh it. So there you go, my offline mixes. So I can't see it unless I have these on the home screen, so you have to be really careful with that. If you take out your SIM card and use it in another country or in your own country, you can get it to work, but then you don't have a SIM card in it. So it's a bit of a compromise. So you have to download them and then put your SIM card in. But oh yeah, one other really annoying thing I found was if you tap the search button, it takes you to Bing. Now I know this is Microsoft's operating system, but they should at least give you the choice of Bing or Google, because I mean they do that in the web browser, but here you don't have a choice. So sometimes it can get a bit annoying, especially if you're in an app and you press it by mistake. So say I'm like typing a message, so you can see here I'm typing here, and then I just touch it by mistake. It just takes me straight out of the app and into this, which can get pretty annoying sometimes, because I know my dad, he doesn't really use capacitive touch things, so when he's holding it, I told him to take a photo and he just ends up pressing random stuff. So that's one really big gripe I have with it. So the good things would be the camera. I found it really quite nice. If I show you some photos I took when I was high up in the mountains in India, because it was really nice then. So you can see the background photo. If I scroll right up, you can see I took loads of photos on this, and that was for two reasons. One was because it looked really nice, and two was because I could GPS tag it. So I'm not sure if you can see it here, but there's some really clear colors in that. So I really quite like the camera. There's also the Nokia smart camera, which you guys already saw, I demoed. The other thing, oh yes, this is the main reason why I bought this phone, which was unlimited offline GPS. So if I just tap it here, it's called Here Drive and Here Maps and stuff like that, and they all use the same map. So you download the maps, and it's completely free. You download the maps, it looks for the GPS, and you've got full offline voice nav, which is absolutely brilliant, and it does work really well. So I really love that. It's a great feature, and that is the main reason why I bought this 620 over the 520 and 720. But yeah guys, that is my review of the Lumia 620. If you have any questions, just comment down below, and make sure you like this video, subscribe, and yeah, you guys can ask me any questions. Like I said, all the specifications and everything will be in the description below, so if you guys want to refer to that for any extra help. But yeah, feel free to ask me, and enjoy. See you guys.